feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap, where we are bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. And baby, all you got to do is go back to yesterday's episode and you will see me and FD were calling about the same area. And sure enough, we got a nice little bounce there. So we're going to get over to the charts. We're going to look at that a little bit later in the show. But with that being said, I got to bring my guy up. He's the magician. He's the man with the plan. FD White. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, all right, let's
pump it up. We need that. We need that today.
I'm saying, man, we're at a really critical area of support, and this is kind of, we're gonna find out a lot about where we're gonna go with price action real soon. It's in the cards, but I heard you might have taken a little long position today, huh? Is that factual?
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely we caught it yesterday. We both had similar levels. We were waiting on that confluence to come down at that horizontal and that downward sloping trend line, and we caught it. So we'll talk about it once we get to the charts. But and we exited right at the top. Like it's just support and resistance. We just use support and resistance with a couple confluence levels, couple confluence indicators, and in and out.
That's it, man. So, I mean, putting his money where his mouth is. And speaking of In and Out, I got an In and Out crypto shirt on, rocking that swag. Go ahead and check that out, inandoutcrypto.com. Go visit my man Rocco. He is an awesome dude. But let's get over the chat. Let's see who we got in here. We got Trade Intuition. He is first Crux Crypto. He's got the vid, man. The COVID. Not the vid, but the COVID. So hope you feel better, brother. And Wix Wife Fine 89. It's rhymes. I love saying that every time. Eric Bolin Wallen, he said, let's do it. Thank you, man, because we were sitting here talking. We are like, oh, it's 5:31. We got to do this. Harp's in here. And Indie Rock Crypto with the LFG. Let's go. Blackie Chan, good evening. How you doing, brother? Good to see you in the chat. And Trade Intuition says he loves support and resistance. So do we, my friend. We are fans of support and resistance. So, with that being said, I guess it's time to get over to some of the news here. And the first thing we got up, going over to X, we're going to look at the Watcher Guru. And this is talking about 1.3 trillion. Asset manager Morgan Stanley discloses 187 million in Bitcoin ETF holdings. Bullish. Just in, MetaMask launches debit card in partnership with MasterCard. Bullish. Continuing on down, Crypto.com becomes the UEFA Champions League official cryptocurrency partner. Bullish. So I'm giving you all the good news up front, all right? But here you go. Oh, Nancy Pelosi, how is she the best investor in the world? Well, it might be a little bit of that insider knowledge she has. So there are websites dedicated to Nancy. If you want to follow her trades, they do have to disclose what they're doing. Hey, looks like she's doing pretty well. You might want to follow her, huh? So check that out. All right, over to open interest. So 10-year notes futures jumped to almost 5 million contracts on Tuesday, implying that traders expect further bond gains. So over the last 2 years, open interest has skyrocketed by 2 million contracts as inflation in the U.S. has gradually declined. Basically, what that's saying is there's fears of recession, unemployment rates, yada, yada, yada. That's kind of driving people to get away from some of the riskier assets and go into what they think are essentially a guaranteed return on their investment. So let's go over to the dual cam and talk that out, man. First thing I'm going to ask you is, do you follow Nancy Pelosi? And we're going to start there. And why is she so good? I'm curious.
So my wife, it's funny that you say so. My wife, her whole investing strategy is geared towards Nancy Pelosi. She has like an app where she follows all the trades. The trades are bots, they're automated to do exactly what Nancy Pelosi does. She's up like 30-40% for the year. So, Nancy Pelosi, is a master investor right now, and we all know why. So it's not anything special. It's not anything that she's doing, that's special. We know what's up, man. These people are insider trading and whatnot. So,
Mm-hmm.
it just
Yeah,
is what it is.
they got some inside knowledge, but your wife's portfolio.
The cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Nobody does it better.
Nobody does it better than Nancy
Yeah.
Pelosi. All
Right.
right. So all right. So let's get over to Piper's favorite segment. We got some FUD to look at. Sound the siren. Now, I know people have been talking about this over the past couple of days, but we do have to rehack it because the one thing that me and FD were talking about before the show is something that we've noticed. Every time we see that the US files to sell their Bitcoin, guess what happens? Market pulls back, right? It's like clockwork. So the reason I'm kind of bringing this up is like I want you to take note of it. Like if there's a way for you to get notifications, turn those on, whatever the case may be, you should be tracking this, that every time they sell, there is a little bit of a pullback in the market. And it's just another way for you to kind of get ahead of it, right? Like if you have that expectation that there's going to be a little bit of a pullback, you might be able to say, hey, we're at resistance, which we were. And then, okay, well, US says they're going to sell again. We know that typically there's pullbacks and we're at resistance. We can expect a pullback right down to the level that FD and TradeFly gave you yesterday. So, that being said, let's go over to the market pulse here and let's start taking a look at the total market cap, which is sitting at 2.04 trillion. That's down 2.16%. Market volume over the last 24 hours is at 75.05 billion, which makes for a 10.85% increase. Bitcoin dominance is currently sitting at 55.71%, and that is up 0.03% over the last day. Looking at the fear and greed index, that is at 43, which is neutral. No surprises there. Bitcoin is at $57,432, and that's down 2.69% over 24 hours and down 6.68 over the last 7 days. Ethereum is currently at 2,576. That is down 3.5% over the last 24 hours and down 4.14% over the last 7 days. Over to the economic calendar. I'm not really going to go through the calendar. What I will do is go through retail sales, which just dropped, right? So retail sales in the US actually soared to 1% month over month in July 2024. So that is going to actually follow a downwardly revised 0.2%, surprise, surprise, drop in June. But even if they were to revise the numbers, later for this one, it looks like there's a pretty sharp increase no matter how you look at it, right? So that is actually the biggest increase since January of 2023. So realistically, that should be good news. However, we can see it wasn't enough to kind of affect the crypto market. However, it does look like the S&P and the NASDAQ actually have been recovering from their latest drop. Me and FD were looking at that as well. NASDAQ had a nice little bounce, almost a V-shaped type recovery, and I think he might look at that when we get into the TA. Crypto bubbles, let's get over there, and it is red, and some more red. Phantom is the outlier at 4.6%. Brett is down 6.7%, Atom down 5.9%, FET down 6.1%. HNT, which is helium, I always forget that one. That one is down 8.9% on the day. Matic is getting its butt kicked 6.6%. I am no longer pushing the Matic. I have been beaten into submission. However, I am still a little bit more bullish on AVAX. All right, PayPay down 7.3%. No big surprises there. And Sats with it is getting whacked there at 11.3%. Let's go back over to the chat here. Let's run down that a little bit. See if I can catch up. What does he got here? What do we got? All right, Alexander G's in the house. Welcome, best mod around. We love you, a SoCal girl. Army Piper's in the house. She is the best, totally the best. No one better. You're not wrong, Piper. You're not wrong. I sold some clean spark to buy leveraged. All right. Well, there you go, man. You do your thing. Let's see who else we got here. Anyone else in the chat? Looking through. Clate the Great. Hootie Hoo. What's up, gents? How's it going, alumni? Like button smashed. My man, we appreciate you. Hey, TV timeout. If you guys haven't smashed the like button, help me and FD out. We are trying to grow. We're trying to get this show out to everyone because we want to. The idea is to get this message and the word out to as many people as we can. And we're just trying to grow here. And we're giving you guys free content. Ask nothing from you, but hit the like button. All right. Retro Mike Tex in the house. Why you got to bring up Matic? Don't worry, man. Trust me. I used to call myself Captain Jack Matic. I've had to renounce that position. So sorry, man. I feel your pain. I promise you. What else we got? I have a short on ADA. I was supposed to record today, but I got COVID. Sorry, man. Hope you feel better, Crux. We'll be thinking about you, my man. All right. Let's get over to the liquidation heat map. One of the things we talked about yesterday was this liquidity and that we were kind of trending down and right. It is actually, I think, more so around here. There we go. Yep, this is about where we're at. So we saw this trend coming down and right. And I said, hey, a lot of times when you see a trend going down and right, leading into
Share
where...
your screen, TradeFly.
Oh, there we go.
Thanks.
Coming back over the market pulse because I was talking over the liquidation heat map. And we're coming down and right with the trend, like I was talking about here. This is about where we talked about it yesterday. And then there was liquidity sitting closer to the price action as well. So with that, it kind of led me to believe that we would see the price actions continue its move down and right. We did get a little pop up today. We cleared out a little liquidity, got a little pop up, but we did run into a little bit of resistance again, ultimately breaking down. And again, we'll be looking at that on the chart. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it into the 4 hour, a little bit more zoomed in. We had a nice macro look at Bitcoin yesterday, walked you through some of the channels. So if you guys missed that, go back to yesterday's episode and you'll get a nice kind of zoomed out look at Bitcoin. And then now we're going to look at it a little bit closer. Again, you still got a lot of resistance up to the top side. And one of the things I did yesterday, I was like, hey, see this? What was the support range? This is a long-standing support range since February. I'm flipping it, right? I'm flipping it from green to red because I believe that is now resistance. So what actually played out is we made a move up. We then hit this resistance, which was in confluence with the 20 and the 50 day. We got rejected and we came down to this channel. All right. So FD gave you the area. I think it wicked off at his support level almost to a T. It was just above mine, but I was actually calling 20, I think 57.5, 57.6 was what I was really looking at, even though it didn't wick right off the channel, which was actually a little bit lower. To be perfectly transparent with you, I did think it was going to take a little bit longer to get here. All right. So that's kind of why I was looking at the 55.6, but that is about the move that we got. So now where are we going to go from here? So you can see what I was expecting or anticipating is for us to come down, test this support level, this trend line, and then make its move back up to this area of resistance. All right. So it kind of did it inverse, but here nor there, the levels were correct. Now we come down to the prime oscillator and we take a look at that. Now, what you can see, there was a little hit of bullish divergence, price action going down, RSI going up, and then you have a peak seeker as well as a trend reversal all in the same area right here where there's support. For me, I would say that the likelihood is, as long as nothing weird happens and we don't continue to get the selling pressure from US, hopefully that's already done with. If that's not a factor, then I really think we're going to make this move back up to the area of resistance, and that's about a 3.78% move. Keep that in mind. But this was really your entry rated down this area. That was really the play of the day, and it looks like FD actually took that trade. So with that being said, just rehack some of the levels that we're looking at. This actual level of resistance is at 59,700-ish, we'll call it. All right. And then value area low is up at about 61.7. You got the dynamic reactor. You got the 100 SMA or the 100 SMA on the 4 hour. So there's still a lot of resistance up here to the top side. So if we do get a push up, again, I wouldn't look for anything too much higher than the value area low right now. That is a very significant area. And the reason I say that's significant is because look at this. Now you got to hit here. You got to hit here. You actually got a little bit, I won't say divergence, but you got that cooling off, right? You got the second retest of an area of resistance, and then you saw the RSI trending down. Remember, that's what I always kind of talk about. A lot of times I'll talk about it on the way up, but it also applies on the way down, okay? So you get that test, and then boom, you get that price action down. But what I always say is come down to the RSI and look at the trend of that, all right? So this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying that, hey, this is what you should be looking for. Same thing down here. You look, maybe at this point you could look for a retest. We may have missed the move, but if it does come down and retest, what you want to see is this now bending up so that we get this movement up and right, showing strength in that second test of the area. All right, so that is a look at Bitcoin. Keeping that pretty quick. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to FD. Let's see what he's got for you guys tonight.
So basically, rewinding from to yesterday. Let me actually go to my chart. Um, so I took this long position because we were talking about this level. We had the horizontal coming in at about 57.7, and we had the downward sloping trend line. I guess you can call this like a falling wedge. But what really made me take that was two levels of confluence. But then I'm really not a candlestick trader, but when I see these candlesticks on two levels of support, I'm usually entering on that next green candle. So I entered somewhere around here, like around 58.2, 58.3, rolled it all the way up. I already had a take profit right underneath our macro range, at 59, between 59 and 60K. So I think I got stopped out maybe at about 59.6, give or take. But I just kind of, until we break this, like we can keep pounding this on the table, like until we break back into this range, this 59.5, 60K range, 59 to 60K range. It's just going to be used as resistance. And I don't like the way we got rejected off of it so hard. Sometimes we might consolidate right under this macro resistance here, but I don't like the way we just got Dikembe Mutombo rejected right down so
Uh-uh-uh.
hard. You know what I mean? And so now what I'm looking at, I'm keeping it simple right now because I'm only taking those type of trades. I'm not really trying to day trade. I'm taking high quality setups and going heavy with those high quality setups. So right now, what I'm looking at is we're just using the support that we used yesterday to bounce off as resistance. So me, I like to take the levels. So right now I'm looking to reclaim this level here, and then possibly go back to the previous daily high, which is also the bottom of our macro range, 59.60K. And I just, the Nasdaq. I want to go to the Nasdaq because I mean that V-shaped recovery, man. It's just I don't understand what's going on with crypto, and we're getting these type of movements. When it comes to the stock market, we got CVO crypto in the house, man. He'll definitely give us some insights. He gave us a nice warning when the stock market was pumping. He said, "Watch out for a mega crash." So to say, and we got it. We got it. We got the news, and then we got it. But he got it all from the technical. So what I'm looking for right now, we got this V-shaped recovery. This was, the Japan unwind. So right now we're looking at this level here at about 19,480 to 19,490 level. So if we get rejected right here, possibly, I don't know if it's one of those things where people are taking money out of crypto to put it back into the equities, or the equities back into crypto, because it seemed like we talked about this last week, like it's been teeter-tottering back and forth. Like when crypto has been going up, the stock market has been going down. Stock market has been going up, crypto has been going down. So I'm taking a look at the Nasdaq to see if we get rejected here, and then I'm going to see if crypto starts to go up to see if my thesis is proven, somewhat correct. So I'm keeping an eye on, everything right now. We had a fake out with, everybody talking about the news, the macro news overseas, over in the Middle East. Nothing has happened so far. So we haven't got any type of flash crash, which was I was expecting if something did happen. But I'm just going to respect the charts a little bit more now. Going into the media short term.
Right on, right on. Looks like CVO Crypto said no YOLO 50x leverage day trades. FD. It looks
Hey man,
you must be slacking, man. You must be slacking.
you know what, man? Me and him just had a nice little conversation over on my channel, man. He kind of level headed me, man. So I'm trying to stick to the charts and stick to what the charts are telling me what to do and go from there.
Okay. All right. Right on. Right on. Cool. Well, let's get over. I got a cast pulled up. Let's go ahead and look at that. Maybe I'll actually remember to hit the button this time. Well done, me. Congratulations. Round of applause. I hit the button, and FD doesn't have to remind me. So we are moving on and looking at the 4 hour for Caspa. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's beautiful. Look at it. It's like a stair step. All right, we kind of talked about that. I pointed that out to you guys here recently, but it's just like, all right, golden pocket, cool. Let's make a move up. Let's cool down. Point 0.5. Let's make a move up. Let's cool down. I mean, like, it's just it's beautiful. I mean, the 0.32 it interacted with, and now, setting, higher highs, and, it did have this wick down here to about 13 cents. I wish I would have jumped on that one. But I really let me be fully transparent. What was I expecting? Come up to the all-time high and then come back down to the 0.236 to about 16 cents. That's where we really have reestablished the range here. But the thing to be a little bit concerned about is that now you're under all of this resistance. All right. You got the 200 SMA on the 4 hour. You got the dynamic reactor that's turned red. The 100, all the moving averages essentially are to the top side. So you got to be really careful there. Let's take a little bit more of a zoomed out look at it on the daily. I just want to see what the prime oscillator is doing, where it's up here, and I want to see where these moving averages are on the daily. And there you go. So that makes me feel a lot better, right? So the 4 hour to me, a little bit deceiving. All right. It is, a shorter time frame. It does move a lot quicker. But if you're looking at the daily, still bullish AF, man. You can't ask for a better structure here in terms of going up and right. Caspa is just looking beautiful. It's over the 200. It's over the dynamic reactor. It's over the 100 SMA, and it's over the 0.236. So, I'm not going to say, hey, go long, but, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I've taken a long position at 16, I think twice now, and I have ridden it up. Now, again, they were shorter plays. I did ride it, I think, from 16 up to an all time high. And then I played it twice so far. I've played 16. That seems to be the magic number for me. I've done quite well with it. Coming down to the prime oscillator, you did get a trend reversal, which is good because we had a big dumpsy after looks like people are taking profits at 20 cents. Got a nice bounce off the 382 trend reversal, and now it's starting to have a nice slow climb back up and right. That's healthy. So it's a healthy move up and right. Still feeling Caspa, man. I got to be honest with you. I think a long term, Caspa's still a great play. And so what are we looking at in terms of numbers? The 0.236 is the most obvious one. I talked about the 16 cents. If it does fall down for whatever reason, 13 would be your next level down. And it's really respecting these levels. So I would really wait for it to come to you. So if it does get underneath the 16, you get some kind of retest with movement down to the 382, just let it come to you. All right. Set an alert somewhere in that area around 13 cents, maybe 13.5, just so you don't miss the move because it is stair stepping on its way up, right? The trajectory is up and right. Just keep that in mind. You don't want to miss the move if it does come down. So there's no harm in putting a limit order down there. But that being said, yeah, I mean, I just look for upwards movement, honestly. So I don't see a retest of all time high being out of the question again at all for Caspa right now, unless the market pulls back. So that's the only thing. So if you do get in here around 16, as we always tell you guys, use a stop loss. Make sure it's somewhere that you're comfortable. It really depends on how much you're using too. So you have to use your own risk management. If you're only in for $100 or $1,000 and you're cool with that, then maybe you set your stop loss under the 0.382 so that you have that slop for the price action to move around. Now, if you're doing something a little bigger and you're looking for a scalp or an intraday type trade, then you make that stop loss a little bit tighter, and definitely, a lot of times it'll respect the 200 as well as the dynamic reactor. I will say that maybe somewhere in between those two levels might be something if you're going for a little bit of a quicker short term type trade. So risk management, it's all up to you how you want to do it. Some people do it by percentages. I like to use support and resistance levels or some significant moving average. 200 is a very significant one on the daily. But always protect yourself. That's the biggest thing. Rule number one, protect your money. And we will harp on that every single day. All right. I'm going to pass it back to FD. And it looks like we got a little bit more time here. I think we can get one more piece of TA in.
Yeah, I
So
just got
see
some
what you got, man.
simple. Yeah, something simple for Ethereum. I've
Let's
been
do
watching
it.
Ethereum. When we've been in this sort of looks like a bear flag. Not really like super hell bent on patterns, so to say, but sometimes they play out, and I do keep them on my radar. So we did break down. We retested here, the upper sloping trend line, the bottom of the pattern, and we got rejected. Now we're coming up to this level right here, this mustard colored, orange colored, whatever color this is, this level I want to see hold. I said if we came down to 25 100 25 50, I would long again. I'm not really too um too sure about a long right here. I want to be a little bit more sure about my trades going into this choppy market. So I'm holding off on this trade right here. I want to see maybe a couple more candles
Yeah, it looks like
close.
you're having a breakout to the downside. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so yeah, so I wanna see something a little bit stronger or some a little bit bigger of a push, off this huge support level because this support level goes back, further than what I just have here. This is just the immediate short term. But if we do seem to lose this, I'll start to load up more Ethereum, for my long term plays, and that's coming in from at about 2250 to 2100 when we got that mega flush out. So this was a gift. If we can come back down here, if we lose this, I think we'll probably might retest this area down at about 2200. So if we do come down here, this is my area that I want to buy a little bit more for Ethereum. Ethereum has not really we front ran the ETF when the ETF got approved, not when it went live, when it got approved, we front ran that move. We went up very fast, very strong. And then after that it's been kind of like, down only. So I think Ethereum is geared for a strong move to the upside. And of course I think Ethereum is going to do well once the market turns around.
dude, you had a
So
beautiful line there. So that line that's going up and right, the support level, I
yeah,
mean, it had the perfect retest for a
yep,
short there. Oh, and
yeah,
then right down to your area of support that you had that
yep,
line. I mean, that's just
yeah.
textbook. You
So
can't,
like if you go back to our previous shows where we looked at these lines, I haven't changed anything. This is
yeah.
just basic support resistance and
Hmm.
patterns. And then I look at this as my number one thing. And then when I want to enter trades, then I'll look for confluences. Then I'll look at more indicators. I'll look at, trigger wave, see how VWAP is going, see, how the sentiment is. It's just a lot of different things that go
And
into
that's
it. And then
I was looking
I
at
just
that
go with
as
it.
I was the next thing I glanced down, I was like, "What is that doing?" Yeah, it looks like it's trending down and right too. So it
Yeah.
came up with that retest. You got everything kind of trending down and right on your oscillators there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a textbook setup, man. I dig it. Right on. Let's see here. You got anything else on Ethereum? Sorry, I
Nope,
cut
that's
in
it.
on that.
I'm just looking
Hmm.
for yep, I'm just
I
looking
just
for
looked
if
at
we
it and I was
do,
like, oh,
yeah, if we just look for another move down, I'll start to I'm trying that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to just get cash on the sidelines to buy these support levels that I think we can go to if we do go down a little bit further.
right on. Yeah, dude. So looking at some of the chat here, kind of catching up. I did see somebody saying they thought they were a little too late to the game here. I can't really find it anymore, but you are not too late to the game, my friend. You are not too late to the game. Not with Caspa. It's still young. It hasn't even been uh put on some of the major exchanges yet.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're
man.
you're
This is
still
nothing.
yeah, you're
This is
still
nothing,
early.
man. Yeah.
Did you miss the initial gains? Yeah, but, like, think about some of
Yeah.
the bigger projects, that mid cap that are out there now, you're still getting in early when it comes down to it. You're just not used to being this aware of a project probably this early in the game, like a good one, So you
Yeah.
get these meme tokens, the communities, they just go skyrocket, and those are crazy. But when you're talking about a good solid project that has a good backing with good people and has that potential to grow, Caspa, I'm very high on that. Let's
Yeah.
see here.
So Casper also, you know what I like to do when I look at coins to buy long term. I usually go on like Coin Market Cap or Coin Gecko. I'll look at the market cap. I'll look at the circulating supply. I'll see what the fully diluted market, market cap, and then I'll formulate my basis or where I think it could possibly how much further realistically that it could possibly go. So that's some of the things that I usually use, as a, in conjunction with just the charts. I always look at market cap and I look at circulating supply when I do my analysis of how many coins are in circulation, like how much of the total circulating supply is in circulation too. So if you're not using that, I definitely implore people to use that strategy too.
Nice, nice. It looks like somebody said that Buck was a Marine. He said there is no such thing as was. That is correct. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Semper Fi, my dude. Just want to give you a little shout out. I was a Marine. I was a Marine for 20 years. I have to say that because I'm now in the Air National Guard. I went to the dark side. I wanted to keep flying. I got to be honest, and I get to do
Yeah,
tactical stuff still. So
yeah,
that's what works for me.
yeah.
Let's see here.
I got one more thing to say
Yeah,
about
what
the
you got,
people
man?
the people who've never seen like a blow off top for crypto. If you're new to crypto or sort of new, and you never seen like a face melting rally, like when these coins hit these all time highs, they might only hit them for like 10 minutes and that's it. Like these all time, they don't like stand at these all time highs a lot of times. A lot of times it's just like a quick move up, and then a quick move down. And a lot of times they might make 20, 30, 40, 50 X's in the span of like 2, 3 weeks. So you got time. Like even if Casper,
Mm-hmm.
you think Casper has already went from, I think it was like, I think we was talking about Casper at 10 cent, went up a few more cent, maybe double from there. I think Casper has a long way to go. It's only like at a $4 million market cap, and it's a major project. So major projects, like just think if you would have gotten Ethereum, you thought you was late to Ethereum at a $4 million
Yeah.
market cap or something like
When it's
that. Like
sitting
you're
at
not,
16 cents.
yeah, you're not late at all. You're just on time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and you're gonna see that. Think about every time you see something getting released on an exchange, that first day, man, you just see, I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of times it'll pull back and you're gonna have like a pretty harsh correction or cool off. But I mean, just think about that when Binance like puts it on there and Coinbase and some of the major exchanges, like you're gonna see movement. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen. Hey, shout out to Caffeinated Crypto for gifting one Piper Academy membership, and that went to RAR. So congratulations. Come on over to the Discord, make use of that membership. And yeah, let's see what else. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up the chat here. Let's see. Cass is interesting because all KS3s went unprofitable this week. Half of Marathon's miners are that model. Right on. Once a crown eater, always a crown eater. My man, Clate the Great. He knows it. Hey, speaking of which, I am actually making edible crowns. They're going to be a white chocolate base, and they're going to be like green and brown. I'm going to put them in like a little pack, and then I'm going to sell those at the PX. So a bunch of Marines will actually literally be eating crowns while they're going through their death by PowerPoint. If you know, you know. When we do our annual training, it's terrible. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and start wrapping it up. Buck said he's so in. I got you, dude. Green is my favorite color, by the way. They're delicious. All right. So let's wrap it up. FD, you got anything for the people on the way out?
Man, it's been an exciting week, man. Hopefully we can end the week out strong. Appreciate everybody for coming through, as always, and see you next week.
All right, cool. We're going to get out of here. If you guys enjoyed today's show, go ahead, like and subscribe. We would truly appreciate that. Much love to everybody that was here tonight. And you know what? I love you guys in the chat, man. It's awesome. I really love mixing it up for you. And I see we are coming in, the few, the proud here. I am developing an all-Marine team in the chat, which is dope. So cool. You guys have a good one. We're going to get out of here, and we will see you tomorrow.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They're deceived with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go.